Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Critical Reactions that I doubt most of you were expecting. It's kind of a bonus video for last week. We had the unusual genre mashups, and we had some really cool stuff we saw last week, and it dawned on me. I know of an unusual genre. Actually, it's kind of not so unusual. It works very well, and I guess it's a little bit expected to work. This has shown up in the request spreadsheet, but I found these guys out on my own, I guess a month ago, and I absolutely love this song. So yeah, there's no comment to showcase today, so let's just bring up the video. This is Church of the Cosmic Skull, and the song is Evil in Your Eye, and it's sort of a mix from like 70s psychedelic rock and a little bit of doom. Saying that out loud, I don't really think it should work as well as it does. But yeah, you guys are in for a ride. Can't let's just get into this. I love this stuff. Let's go.
I wanna take you to the ocean.
Really good vocal layering right there. All that energy just dissipated into this heavy bass line. Lots of weight to it.
Though the sun is out of view, it's reflected on the moon. And it's lighting up the room.
Beautiful counterpoint there.
Sing another tune, and I remember. No one can save you, you're under their spell. No one can save you at all. No one can touch you, and no one can see. No one can save you. I wanna take you to the ocean. I wanna hold you down beneath the waves.
I love how that guitar riff at the end is like 80% the bass line from the last section. Such a subdued guitar solo. It's so perfect for this section. So much crunch. Crunch and tension, man.
No one can save you, you're under their spell. No one can save you at
I love
all.
how everybody sings.
No one can touch you and no one can see. No one can save you. No one can save you at all.
Oh man, I love so much about what just happens. And the thing is, like, the music is 100% solid. If I had heard that on the radio, I would have, I would have dug it anyways. But the music video is just, oh man. But yeah, this hits a lot of what I typically love in music. I talk about novelty. I talk about contextual contrasting. We have two styles of music that contrast each other. We have the subdued sort of doominess, and then we have the more energetic prog psychedelic aspect. Uh, I feel like the doom part is kind of a more modern sound, whereas when we hit some of the more proggy aspects, we get that old organ sound in. The guitar tones are a little brighter, like they were in the 70s, and it's just like this pull and tug and pull. I don't know where I'm going with that. It's this tugging between the two ideas of which one's gonna win out. Um, so like it has that. It has the gorgeous vocal layering all over the place. Not only do we have the lead singer and the two female backups, are they back? I kind of want to say there's three leads in this band. Obviously, the guy who plays guitar with the long hair, um, I would say that he is the lead, but the two female vocalists show up often enough, and also the second verse was entirely theirs. It's kind of, I don't want to discredit them as backup. Or even secondary singers, they show up way too often. So I'm gonna say that has three lead singers in this band, and that's really all you need to tell me to get into a band. Hey, this band's got three lead singers. I'm like, I'm there. I don't care what kind of music it is. I really don't. You tell me three lead singers, and I'm gonna check it out. So that's like right up my alley. Then the fact that they got seven people to do some acapella bits. Uh, I'm down for that. 100%. I love vocal harmonies, vocal layering, especially when we get to the end of the song, the final chorus, where there is so much going on. It is the epitome of 70s prog, where it's more about stacking layers and kind of hoping that it comes out in something understandable, instead of kind of meticulously creating parts and mixing them to sound well. We've talked about this before when we looked at 70s Prague Week, when we checked, well, I guess I called it Classic Prague Week, when we checked out Brinsley Swartz. I can't say his last name. Somebody's got to correct me on this. I'm going to keep saying it poorly for the rest of my life. Um, but yes, they have these jam sections that feel like every band member is just kind of doing their own thing, and they're all kind of leveled the same way in the mix, and it kind of sounds chaotic, but it works, and that's exactly what's going on in the final chorus. We have all three vocalists doing all their own things on top of the guitar and the organ just tearing it up, and the bass and the drums, and then I believe that's a cello, but it's obviously very interestingly designed. It's not wide bodied. It's open bodied. But I'm like 90% certain that's a cello. It could be an upright bass. Um, Although part of me thinks they're the same thing, two different terms. Like, is a cello and an upright bass the same thing, but you call them upright bass if it's played in a jazz band? I gotta look this up. For some reason, I'm doubting myself here. I don't know if they're the same. Anyways, that's what it. That's what I'm gonna guess it is an electric cello that just has a very thin body since it doesn't need the acoustic sound, the acoustic space to create those the big sound. It's electrically charged, so it doesn't need all the acoustic parts. So yeah, you just have all these layers just doing their own thing, and it is so energetic and it's a charged section. So yeah, tons of stuff that I personally love in the music itself. Plus, like I said, the subdued guitar part, love it. I talk a lot about solo framing. Sorry, subdued guitar solo section. The guitar solo during the doomy section, rather than the final guitar solo, which was more of the faster, upbeat, proggier psychedelic sort of solo. Um, I talk about solo framing and how just raw speed or technicality or musicianship isn't always the best thing you can do for a song. And of course, this was a doom section. You don't want to be showing off or anything. But the way that he phrases his lines and what notes he chooses to hold out and when he chooses to put a pause between his ideas, he's a musical lyricist. His solos are just, even his final solo during the psychedelic section, um, it's a bit faster. He's got some faster runs in it, but there's still just such a nice sort of wave in energy. It's like a roller coaster ride. It's like good writing. You can't just keep raising the tension and escalating, the stakes repeatedly. You have to have rises and falls, and this guy understands that. He understands how to write very good solos. So yeah, just beautiful stuff. Juxtapose that with the organ solo in the middle of the track that was basically pure chaos. It works well in creating that chaotic sound, but I'm not going to say I enjoyed it as much as the more refined guitar solos. But that's not to say it was a bad solo. It set out to be chaotic and have tons of tension and dissonance and just be this overwhelming force, and it works. It's just not my cup of tea. I prefer a little bit more nuance and like I said, the roller coaster in my solos. Um, but yeah, that organ solo that's awesome for a different reason. All the tension and crunchiness in it just does a really, especially with those band breaks where the whole band cuts out and you just got that organ with those crunching sounds, two notes that should not be played next to each other, and just like, yeah, yeah, it works. It definitely works. I prefer the guitar nice melodic lines over the more of the atmospheric work in the organ. Um, but then, like I said, the musicality. I love so much of what's going on in the composition and in the performance. But the music video is just phenomenal on another level. It almost seems to parody 70s music videos. Um, it's just, I don't know. To me, there's a lot of comedy in the music video. Um, maybe that's just me. Maybe some people saw the music video and didn't laugh at it. I could be the odd one out here, but I love that music video too. And I found out that this group is sort of a riff on cult groups, uh, death cult groups. Uh, I guess they're kind of riffing on the Jonestown kind of thing, and like that whole idea of pretending to be a death cult and creating music around that concept fascinates me. I kind of like gimmicky things like that. Um, on the surface, I don't like gimmicky stuff in my music too often. All right, but I like the gimmicky stuff on the surface as far as the music videos go and the way the band presents themselves. So yeah, this is just right up my alley. It is a little bonkers, a little off the wall, ton of tongue in cheekness to it, but also some serious chops. All right, and it hits a lot of the compositional ideas that I love. I just wanted to share this with you guys. I've been holding on to this for a month, like I said, and yeah, this just seemed like a good time to do it. Genre mashups, a little bit of a bonus video for you guys, and like I said, I just want to share it. As far as I know, only 2 or 3 people uh, have really requested it, so I don't know how well known they are. As far as I know, though, this is the only Doom psychedelic mix that I've heard. I've listened to a few of their songs. I haven't really done a deep dive yet, but a lot of them are a little bit more upbeat than this. Cold Sweat is a good song, but is very tonally and musically different than this. But if you're interested in this, I highly suggest checking out the Cold Sweat music video. It also riffs on 70s sort of music videos, and I also find it hilarious. The song's pretty good too, but yeah. If this interested you, and especially if you found the video comedic in any way, go check out Church of the Cosmic Skull's Cold Sweat official video. Do it. It will brighten up your day. All right, so those are my thoughts. Passing the mic on to you guys, not literally, but more figuratively. You guys can hit me up in the comments with your thoughts on Church of the Cosmic Skull. Whether you enjoyed this or not, whether you found the music video hilarious or not, maybe, like I said, I'm just a strange dude, and that's not news to me, so I'm kind of leaning that way. Also, I will be back tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 p.m. UTC, with another special selection before kicking off next week's Random Rumble. We're going to check out 5 songs randomly selected from the spreadsheet and 5 bands randomly selected from the spreadsheet. And each of those bands, I have randomly selected a song also from the requests. So it's going to be an interesting, varied week, I hope. And Yep, those are the plans. So if you'd like, you can subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, thumbs up. They all help me out. And if you'd like to be notified about when I do what I do, it can help you out as well. Additionally, there's some links in the description if you'd like to check out blocked videos or join the Patreon. That is where you can join the Discord community. We have some fantastic conversations in there. And you'll also be able to vote on future bands and themes. It's only $1 a month. If that sounds interesting, head on over to the link to go to Patreon and sign up for that. All right, that finishes out today. 2 videos in one day. I feel like I've been doing that a lot on these Saturdays. So, yeah, that's extra Bryan every week if that's what you're looking for. Why did I say that? All right, you guys stay safe out there. Keep being awesome and have a fantastic morning, afternoon, or evening whenever you choose to watch my videos.